What up, Wholesale to Million family? Happy Wednesday. We're back with another subscriber first wholesale deal interview for those of you who are new to the channel, man. So what I do is I bring on people that recently closed their first wholesale deal. I bring them on to let them share their stories, the first wholesale deal, to help you, basically give you guys inspiration, motivations, some tips, right? Some nuggets that you can take away and let you know that, man, there's regular average people out there, man, just like you and I are closing deals or making this money. So you stop sitting on the sideline, wishing, hoping, and watching all this player making the money, and you're not. So jump in.
Tag me in, coach. Tag me in, coach.
That's right, man. Jump in and get into the game, man. Get into the game. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, hit me up on IG. Go to Khang, Khang dot like a period WTM. And if you recently closed your first wholesale deal, either DM me or email me. Show me the money, which is the picture of the checko, and then we'll get you on. Email it over to wholesale to millions at gmail.com. You guys, and if you find any value throughout this interview, come on, man. Shit. I only ask you for two things, man. One, smash the thumbs up. If you like it, enjoy it. If it add value to you. If not, give it to me like it is, man. Smash that thumbs down. Get out of the video and go watch something else. So, you guys, help me welcome Dominic. His first wholesale deal for $4,500.
Yes, sir.
From a probate list, man. So, Dominic, what up, buddy?
What's up, Khang? Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the knowledge that you have been dropping, because I've been watching you since day one. So I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, dang, bro. The OG.
Yes, sir.
Hey, dude. So is OG stand for O Gangster?
It can have any abbreviation. You can, any.
Okay, because I don't know what OG is, and I asked somebody, and that's what they told me. It's O Gangsta.
Yeah, that's definitely probably the Latin origin of it. That's where it started with.
Gotcha, man. So Dominic, would you share with everybody where you're based out of, bro?
Yes, sir. So I'm out of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm raised here. I was raised here I'm 26 years old now. I was born in Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Louisville, Kentucky. And then go ahead.
Yeah, man. Any Kentucky in the house?
Yes, Louisville. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Dominic, I'm just gonna let you take it over, man. I want to know a little bit about your background, bro.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm 26 years old. I got into real estate last year, really. I watched The Breakfast Club, and I saw Mark Whitten on The Breakfast Club talking about wholesaling, talking about no money down, nobody looking at your credit score. And I'm just at 25 last year, I got out of college, and I was playing basketball at Berea. So I really didn't have a focus on real estate. I graduated with a business and a focus in finance, but really didn't have any insight on real estate. So after school, I'm thinking about, man, how I'm gonna get some money. I don't want to, the 9 to 5. So I'm on YouTube. And then, like I said, I saw The Breakfast Club. And then a year goes past, and then January comes around, and my old lady, I like to call her my old lady, she's like my girlfriend for a year now, but she told me about this radio broadcast. It was for fortune builders. I know a lot of people heard about fortune builders. So we signed up for that. We did the 1-day seminar. Then we did the 3-day seminar. And then I felt like I was getting pitched. So I knew that there was more to it. I knew that I could study more. And that's when I started going to YouTube University, started watching you, Mr. Khang, started watching Max Maxwell, and I really started diving in. And so I started with that. I started going to the county clerk. office. I started figuring out and communicating how I could get the ball rolling, get it going within real estate. And then I've been hearing that probate was a niche that a lot of people didn't get in. I'm not scared of nothing, so I'm diving in. So I went to the county clerk and I'm trying to figure out how can I get a probate list. And I'm getting shut down. No, you can't get a probate list here. Okay. So I remember going to another office downtown in Louisville, and a guy was showing me online how to get these wills. So now I'm looking at these wills, and it's giving me a lot of information as to the executor, the property inherited, the executor's address, the executor's number. That's all free right there. So next thing I need to do is get on these phones. And I already work at a call center. I have a 8-hour job, and I work that in evenings. So I'm already used to talking on the phones. I work under a credit card, USAA. So I'm already getting cussed at by military folk. So I'm used to the scrutiny. So, and that's one thing with getting on these phone calls, even when you're asking for to sell the house, you're gonna get a little scrutiny. You just gotta dust that off and keep on going.
That's right.
Yes, sir. So fast forward to my deal. So like I'm saying, I'm calling these executors from the wills, and I got all the information laid out on Excel for me, so I can backtrack and I can go and recap with executors that I've spoke to, because probate is a long process. So you gotta reach out to the executors weekly, monthly. So fast forward to get my deal. The executor that I reached out to, she was in Maryland. What is she going to do with a property in Louisville? So she wanted $100,000. She wanted $110,000. And then I had a friend that was in real estate, and I had him. He would help me go to the properties that I would find, and he would help me look on the MLS for these properties. And that's how I would figure out the ARV, the comps. So with that, when I saw the property, and I saw the comps, I knew that I had a deal. So I got it on contract. That same day, I went to Google. I just said, "We buy houses." And then all the people who that came up, that's who I was calling, telling them that I had this property on contract. And I did have the property on contract, but I did have to change the contract because I had to negotiate the contract down by $1,000. So I got that contract at the final for $109,000 from the seller. And then from the buyer, I got it for $113,000.
Gotcha, bro. Okay, man. I'm gonna break it down. I have a lot of questions for you, bro. So when you first talked to the seller, obviously, so the property, is it vacant? Is it rented?
Yeah. So it was vacant.
Okay. So the property was vacant. You reach out to the executive, talk to her on the phone. She wanted $110,000.
She wanted $110,000 first, correct?
Okay, and now have you seen the property?
I did not see the property. So I did not see the property. I saw the property, of course, after I
lock it up.
After I set up the meeting with her on the phone.
Okay, gotcha, man. Okay, so 110. So you lock it up on a contract at 110.
Correct.
The first one, okay. Let's one thing at a time. Under contract, 110. Now, everybody probably want to know, man, and everybody's going to reach out to you regarding to help them pull the list, whatever that you are talking about. So, now my next question I want to ask you, bro, is that how did the first conversation go? Because I know a lot of people afraid to get on the phone. They don't know what to say.
Mhm.
So, what did you say, bro?
So I so I went on your live code calls on Friday,
Oh,
and basically I say the same thing. I get on the phone and I'll say, "How you doing, Mr. Khang? My name is Dominique Garman. I'm a residential developer in the city of Louisville. I work for an investing company, and what we like to do, we like to reach out to executors in the early session before the probate service, and we like to deliver you services and." uh with that being said, I give them the services that I could give them. Other than saying that I want to just buy your property, I like to say that I have a sales estate team that can assist. I have a clean out team that I can help assist. And basically, with giving them services, they also want to dig in and give you the property.
gotcha. Okay, so your pitch wasn't like, hey, I'm with a real estate investment company. We're looking to buy some properties in the area. Your pitch was differently. Was, hey, we have a service that we want to provide for the executive of the probate. So you actually say that.
Correct, correct.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha, man. So now the first phone call. So the first phone call that you have with her, you didn't lock it up on a contract.
I did
On
not.
Okay. So you got the information and then you set an appointment to call back the second time and make the offer, or what?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, Dom. So the first phone call, obviously you didn't lock it up on a contract. Did
Right.
you gather the information, build the rapport, and then set the appointment to call back the second time and lock it up, or what?
Correct. So the second time I reached out to her, that's when I put it on contract. I told her that I could acquire the property.
Gotcha, man. Good, good, good. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you're part of the Friday Live Cold Call role play, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good for you, man. Okay, so now, so you lock it up on a contract without seeing the seller, without seeing the property at first. So it's pretty much virtual. Nice, bro. So what's the ARV?
The ARV was around 170.
Okay, 107,000.
170.
Oh, 170. Okay, that makes sense.
170.
And how many bedroom and bathrooms does the property have?
So this property was unique because the the person who died in that property, he built an extended garage, and he extended the house, and he added around 600 square feet, right? So initially there was going to be an added they was going to add a bedroom in there, and they was just going to add a bedroom, so it's going to make it to a 3 bedroom 1 bath
Gotcha. 3 bedroom, 1 bath, and no garage.
in an in a yeah, a new garage. Correct. A
Okay,
new, mhm.
gotcha, man. Okay. And what was the estimated rehab cost for that?
The estimated rehab cost, that is, I didn't get into the numbers with that. That was something that I'm still kind to learn. I just so I when the owner said they wanted 110, and then I saw that there was equity in the property of 170. For my first deal, I just wanted 117. That's what I wanted at first, 117. And that's something that I now regret, because I could have got way more out of this property. I now know, because the buyers, they actually wholesaled it to 123. So yeah, that's something that I now know, uh uh in the future, definitely, to get that repair cost, analyze the property, and really try to tighten the numbers so I can get the most potential out the listing.
Cool, man. Gotcha. Okay. And the thing is, Damo, I'm actually going to ask you and again get into more details of
Yeah.
what you just mentioned. So when you lock it up on a contract, you just lock it up on a contract for the seller asking price. You didn't know what the repair cost would be.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what the repair cost would be.
Okay.
There really wasn't much repairs needed other than like going to uh, add that other room and and yeah, just adding the other room. I didn't see that it would be that much just by I guess just watching other videos.
Gotcha,
Uh,
man. So okay. So Damo, so you just accept the offer. Now you mentioned that you were planning to get this house under contract at 117, and
mm,
when the seller mentioned 110, you obviously like for you it's like okay, it's a deal, so you lock it up. Now how do you know? Now how do you know that 117 was the price to was the right price to lock it up when you don't know the repair
uh,
costs?
yeah, so because I figured I gave the end buyer enough wiggle room because the ARV was 170, right? So I figured in between 110 and 170, uh, I was thinking like the most of repair costs would be 20,000, you know? So um that they could still make good profit from the property if they was going to buy it from me at 117.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right, bro. So, okay. So the property now. How do you figure out the ARV of the property?
So I had the realtor, my friend.
Yep.
He would come with me to the properties and he would look on the MLS, look at the comps, and he came out to the number around 170 was the comps.
Got it. Okay. So 170. Okay. And did the buyer agree that the ARV was around 170 as well?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. So the ARV of 170 seems pretty correct. Now, if I do so, if I do the 30% rule, man, if I take 170 minus 30%, that
Mm-hmm.
puts us at 119, and
Mm-hmm.
that's having taken away the repair costs, right? So at
Right.
119, that's if that's in perfect condition.
Right.
So
Right.
that's without the repair. Now you got to lock up on the contract at 110. You send it out to your buyer at 117.
Correct. I wanted 117, but they dropped me down to
Oh nine. 116.
113. I dropped the seller to 109.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So you send it out, and now where do you find your buyer?
I went to Google and I put
Oh,
in we buy houses, and then you know how I give you contacts like we
yep.
buy houses near me, and so yeah, that's how I got it.
Gotcha. So, for those of you who don't know that, so there's a couple of different ways that you can actually find your cash buyer, and one of the ways that Domino just shared with you is that you just Google "we buy houses" or "sell my houses fast" in the area that you're looking to wholesale, and there's two things that's going to pop up. One is another wholesaler website, right?
Right.
Phone number, call them, right? Because they are just like you, right? They're out there building up their cash buyer. So you can send them your deals. Number two is obviously the fix and flipper, like the real end buyer that's going to pop up, and then that's how you build up your cash buyer list. Great, man. So now, how long did it took you to find the buyers?
It didn't take me no time. It took just a day, really. I had them out there the next day.
Uh huh.
Looked, so I thought they was an end buyer that they told me they had a construction company. So they was saying that they could put that other room at a low cost. So I thought that was the end buyer, but you know, it was better for them to just wholesale it, and it makes sense. Business is business. Uh, so yeah, it just took like a day for me to find them.
Nice, man. Okay. So you got a contract with the seller now. You came back. They'll tell you, hey, at 113, we're ready to move forward, right?
Yeah,
Ready to move forward, ready to close on it. And you got it under contract for 110. So you want it. So you went back and renegotiate with the seller to see if you can get a little bit more.
correct.
So you went back and renegotiate and the seller agreed to 109.
Correct.
Now you assign it over to your buyers for the 113 that they want. So let me see here.
Closing.
What?
Closed in 14 days.
Gotcha. Okay. So close in 14 days. Got it. So you went back and renegotiate. Now, Domo, I'm going to help you out if I understand you correctly. What you did was you sent a whole new purchase and sale contract to the seller for the new price of 109.
Signable contract, correct.
No, I mean like okay, so the purchase and sale agreement that you have with the seller at the 110, and when you had to go back and renegotiate, I noticed you mentioned earlier that you sent a whole new purchase and sale again with a new price, or what did you do?
Correct. Yeah, to the seller to get the 109.
Got it, bro.
110 to 109.
Got it, bro. So I'm gonna help you out, bro. So you guys, you do not want to do this. It's what you want to do, Domo, is you want to send over an addendum. So don't send. So you don't need to send over a whole new purchase and sale agreement. Just send over an addendum, right? Just send over an addendum, or just simply cross out the 110 and then put down there 109, and then just have them initial and date next to it, and you're good to go.
Okay.
All right. Then you're good to go. When you send the reason why is because it's the easier way. And when you send over a whole new purchase and sale agreement, you know, for some seller, if they have an attorney or their friend review the first one, then they might do it again on the second one because they're afraid that you're going to change some things in there. You know what I mean? Right. And because the more they review it, right, it's just not good. But if you just cross it out, right, the contract that they already signed, they already review, they have it, whoever it is that already review, they just sign it, right? Initial right next to the price change, everything stay the same. Or I just simply send over an addendum stating, hey, the new purchase price shall be 109. That's it.
Okay.
Got it, man. So now, okay, so you got a 109 and to the buyer for 113. That's a 4K deal, right? So your wholesale fee was 4,000, or is it 4,500?
It was 4,500.
Okay. So if I take 113 minus 109, man, where did the 500 come from?
So then it was 113.5 then.
Got it.
I forgot to mention the $500 earnest money deposit fee as well.
Gotcha. Okay. So the earnest money that you had with the seller was 500.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now with the earnest money, did you bring it up or did the seller bring it up?
I brought it up. Yeah.
Gotcha. You guys, for those of you who are listening, you're starting out. I'm trying to answer as many questions as I asked Dom all these questions is so that you were starting out, you are confused, lost, overwhelmed, and you worry about the earnest money and all that. That's why I'm asking all these questions to let you guys understand that Domo is the one that brought it up, not the seller. Most sellers do not brought up the earnest money. We don't even tell the seller about the earnest money. We put in there whatever we want. So right now in our contract, we put in there, we start out at 500, but now we put at 250 because we're starting to tie more deal up in the contract. But you can put in there $10, $5. If you don't bring it up, the seller's not going to ask you, and then you just put it in the contract. You know.
Agreed.
So I'm just saying, because for those of you who say, well, Don put it under contract for $500 earnest money, but I don't have $500. So I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, only if you bring it up. If you don't, you can put in whatever you want. Most sellers that you deal with do not even worry about that, or they don't even know to ask about earnest money. They just worry about the purchase price and everything that that they just don't get scammed. Okay, man. So you found the buyer in about 1 day. Now, when the buyer did the walkthrough on the property, what did they tell you the repair cost would be?
They wasn't giving me that number.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
feel like they kept that to themselves.
Cool. Yep. I understood.
Yeah, there was one guy saying, it wasn't going to be as expensive. There was another guy saying it was going to be expensive. So I don't know. I felt like they was kind of running game on me.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. You guys, on this deal here, I really want you guys to pay attention to all the questions I'm asking, because a lot of times, most of you are, what you do is that you will lose on a potential trying to make a larger assignment fee. Is because some of these issue, all right? And I'm really trying to help you out. It's because some buyer will look at a piece of property and will pay you more. Some will pay you less, all right? So let me walk through this real quick. Now, obviously, they don't share the repair costs with you. Do you know what the property would rent for, man?
I believe they said 1,100, 1,200.
Okay, so 11 to 1,200 bucks to rent the property for. Now, I will actually know the repair cost if I ask you this, dude. The kitchen, the bathroom, is it updated? Like, does it have granite countertop?
Yeah, the kitchen was updated.
Oh, the bathroom does it have tiles, surround, and all that?
The bathroom, it was good. It wasn't as updated.
Okay, so it just has a regular tub shower, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Windows, are the window new?
I believe the windows was new.
Okay, and does it feel like it has new paint and everything like that?
Correct. Yeah. So there was like a recent like fire. The person who died, he was a smoker, and one day a room, his master room, caught on fire. So he had to repaint it, he put in new windows, and then he redid the kitchen. He put in new granite, new splash on the backsplash.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it, man. Okay, so now I think I kind of have this figured out. So what happened is that, and we actually bought a property that's just similar to this. So they caught on fire. So whoever it is, so the insurance company typically sends someone out there. Sorry, the insurance company typically sends someone out there to actually give you a quote, and then they actually will send someone like a construction crew to come out there because it's probably is insured. So they'll probably send someone out there. Probably did the rehab on the property already.
Right, the 60,000.
Gotcha, man. Okay, now how many square footage is the house?
It was 1,500.
1,500 square feet. Okay. So I figured that, just by adding an extra room or something like that, it could be, I'm thinking maybe the rehab on this house, it looks like it's about the 15, the 10 to 15K.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the buyer a wholesaler buys, lock it up on a contract with you at 113, and they end up sending to the end buyer and resell for how much again?
125.
125. Okay, hold on a second. 125K. Now, did you? So you just assigned it over to this buyer, another wholesaler at 113, and then they assign it over to another person for 125.
125.
Okay, so they didn't double close. They just went ahead and assigned it over to the other party. Correct. Okay, so for those of you who don't know this, like you can continue assigning the deal. Like I've heard people have assigned it over 3 to 4 to 5 times because there's such a big spread in there that they keep on assigning it over and over and over again. Like you can totally do that. Like the only thing that in the assignment agreement just need to say that this assignment agreement is assignable, so that way your buyers or whoever it is can assign it over to another person, and that's why this is like went from Dominic over to the wholesaler, and then the wholesaler and to end buyer. So this is actually the real end buyer. It's the one that actually bought it for 125.
Correct.
Got it, man. Got it. Now, your buyer didn't say that they were a wholesaler. They told you that they were a buyer.
Correct. Yeah, Covenant Properties. So
Okay.
they're actually known in Louisville.
As like a wholesaling company or a fix and flip company?
Fix and flip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they said they have a lot of rentals actually in the area as well.
Okay. So when they lock it up on a contract with you at 113, I was just curious, like, are they planning to wholesale or were they planning to actually buy and fix and flip it?
Yeah, so that was so when I first showed them the property, uh they brought their construction guy out. They brought their lead guy out, and they was walking the property, and then they went in the area where they was designing as to how the new room would look. And they was talking about they needed to add a hallway here. They was going to have the room in this area here. So in my mind, I thought they was going to come in to construct the room.
Gotcha, man. So okay, got it, okay. So let me share with you guys, like, there's different type of buyers out there. Like, you guys got to understand, all right? Because if I take 170 minus 30%, that puts it at 119. And let's just say that's going to cost about 15,000 to do the extra room or whatever. If I take 15,000, that means the end buyer that buys that buys property at a 30% discount, they have to buy it at 104. So which means this deal doesn't make sense for them. But let me share something else with you. So if I take 170 minus 25%, that puts us at 127 minus just 15,000. That puts us at 112. All right. So which means the buyers that buys property at a 25% discount, they have to be at 112. Now, if I take 170 minus 20%, that puts us at 136. I'm just trying to figure out where this buyer's at. 136 minus 15. That put us at 121. So your buyer, man, is probably they're probably right around between the 20 to 25% buyers, which means they don't need a 30% discount. I'm telling you guys this so you guys can keep on, continue, right, to build up your cash buyer list, and so that way you can get more out of your deals. Like, you can get more out of your deals, all right? Because if Dom send this out, if he send this out at a higher price, because he sent it out to the buyer at 117. And if this buyer, this buyer is probably the 20 to 20% buyer, and the buyer that buys it at 125, let me tell you guys what that buyer would buy property at, man. So 144 minus 15. So the buyer that pays 125, they are the 15% buyers, which means they only want a 15% discount. Now imagine if you have those kind of buyers and you lock it probably up on the contract at a 30% discount. Look how big your spread would be. And I'm sharing this with you guys because when I first started, man, and I'm sorry, man, this interview, I talk way more than my guests, which is...
You good? I'm learning.
I feel bad, man. Okay, so when I first started, man, I keep on thinking that I got to find a 30% discount buyer. That's what I was taught. That's what I was teach. And I continue locking property up on a contract at a discount and then send it out to these buyers at a 30% discount. But as I grow, right, and now I have buyer that will pay 20%, 25%, and sometimes even 15% discount, which means they don't need the 30% discount. They're happy with getting a 15% discount, a 20% discount. So now that's why some of my assignment fees are so large, because I lock it up on a contract at a 30% discount and I send it out to these buyers at a 20% discount. So let me share with you. So if I take 170 minus 30%, so 119. So let's just say like Domo, I lock it up on a contract for 110. Let's just say 110. Now, if I go 170 minus 20% discount, 136, all right, minus 110. So if I send it out to the buyer that will buy it at a 20% discount, your assignment fee, man, on this one potentially is $26K. Now that's without minusing the rehab cost. But it seems like this buyer is buying at 15% discount. So at 126, he'll buy it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hold on a second. So 170 minus 20% minus, so 125. So they calculated there's this $11,000 in rehab. So the 110 minus the 125, man, that's a 15K deal. It could be a 15 to a 26K deal. So for those of you who are not aware, there are buyers out there that are happy with a 15% discount. You just got to continue billing your bad cash buyer. And the best, and for me anyway, where I find these cash buyer is through a realtor. Call realtor, because realtors, they have network and they have friends or family that might have some money in the 401k. They might have, a friend or somebody they know that are a general contractor. They don't go to the seminars. They don't go to the YouTube university. So they don't know about the 30% discount. They're thinking about, hey, if I buy this property, I make, $50,000 a year or whatever it is, right? I'm sharing with you, this is the mindset of the contractor that wants to buy their first fix and flip. Or maybe they do 2 or 3 a year. I'm sharing with you because this is how some of my buyers think. They're like, well, if I make like 60,000 or 70,000 a year, and if I do like, an extra 2 of these or 3 of these, because they're contractor anyways, that's what they do. Instead of fixing someone else's property, that they buy and fix up their own. And they think, hey, if I make an extra, 20,000 or 15,000 on a flip, that's just adding to their income. And that's how they think, you guys. And they're thinking, hey, all they're putting up is the money to buy the material, because the labor cost is what's cost the most. That's why they can come in and be more competitive. That's why when you guys see property that are listed on the MLS, right, that needs work, and it's really hard for us wholesaler to lock these deals up on the contract, because you're competing with these general contractor or with the mom and pop, or maybe a husband and wife looking for their first fix and flip, or maybe just looking for a fixture where they can go in and buy the property and fix it up and live in, and they are okay with, hey, 10% equity, 15% equity. They don't need the whole major discount. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, man. So let me get back to asking Dom. I mean, that's pretty much okay. Now, how much of a non-refundable did you have your buyer put down, man?
They didn't put anything down.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, dude, you haven't watched my channel enough, broski. So now, hey, dude, did you ask him to put anything down, or were you?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask?
Yeah, I didn't ask. Since they was going to do it in 14 days, I didn't feel a need.
Okay, gotcha, man. So my next question for you is, did you know that you were supposed to get a non-refundable?
Did I know?
Yeah.
No, I
You didn't know either.
I mean, I knew I was going to get it back from closing day.
No, I mean, did you know that, hey, once I find a buyer, I need to get a buyer to put down a non-refundable? Like, did you know that?
Oh, yes, sir. I did know that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, bro. You did know that. But now my question for you is, because you guys, it's all mindset. I want to ask, so why didn't you ask? Were you afraid, or were you just like, hey, they're cool? And
yeah, so they told me right away that they wanted the property. So at that time, I mean, they in the contract, they said that the contingency that they was not going to, there was no inspections needed, that they was going to acquire the property on the 14th day.
Gotcha. Got it, bro. Okay. Let me help you again, bro. 14 days closing. And then you figure, hey, if they sign the contract, they are now legally bound to move forward to close on the property. Is that correct?
That's what I figured. I texted them. I was texting them too, and I asked the acquisition manager, and I was asking about a part of the contract about the contingency, and basically I was asking, so can y'all still back out? And he told me, no, we are not going to back out. So
you got play, bro. Let me tell you something, you guys. Listen to me. The agreement, the contract will become legit only if they're an exchange in money. $1, $2. If there's an exchange in money, it will become legit. If there's no money, right? If there's no money, they can technically, dude, I can sign it and then walk away, man. Like they can technically, like you can sign it. Like, okay, now I want to make sure, I don't know how it is in your states. I'm just sharing with you my experience, my opinion. I want to put the disclaimer out there so people are not going crazy, right?
Right.
But that's why we ask for a non-refundable, man, because if they don't, they can walk away.
You're right.
They can actually walk away, even after they sign it, they can walk away, man. They can walk away. And for those of you listening, and also too is for you as well, Dominic, dude, you got to get the non-refundable, man. I've seen it happen before, right? I've seen it happen before where maybe they trust the buyer, whoever it is, think they're cool. Some people they're afraid to bring it up because they're like, oh, I finally find a buyer and I don't want to mention. Maybe it might cause a conflict where they pull out or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that's in your mind. But I'm telling you that you need to get a non-refundable. And the best way is just ask them. All right, I understand you guys are ready to move forward, right? My partner, just don't say it's you, man. Put it on your partner. Put it on somebody else. So you not the one that are bringing it up. Hey, my partner wants to know is how much of a non-refundable can you guys put down?
Okay.
They do this on a daily basis. Dude, they would know, man. And you ask them because you want them to give you the number. And if you're not happy with their numbers, then you come back and give them your number. All right. But you guys, dude, got to get your non-refundable, man. Get your non-refundable. That way, if the buyer walks away, guess what? At least you're getting paid for your time. If they let's just say, they put down $1,000, they walk away, you get $1,000 and now you can give the seller the $500 or whatever that is.
Right.
But you got to get the non-refundable so they have skin in the game, man. So whenever they back out, dude, I hear buyers say it all the time, man. And I've been through it. Buyers sound like they're legit, that they're solid, they're ready to go, that they have all the money to buy it, and then things happen, and then they back out, dude. All right? So get the non-refundable next time, man. Get the non-refundable, and if you don't want to be the person to bring it up, just say partner. Just say, just say partner. Just say you and I are partner, man. Just put it on your partner, dude. Okay, dude. So closing 14 days, and then you found out that they assigned it over to another party.
Correct. Yeah, I had lunch with the acquisition manager not too long ago, and I was asking him how the construction was going, and he told me that they assigned it and they wholesaled it to another end buyer
at the same time. Gotcha, man. And hey, you know what, you guys, it's all cool. It's all cool. It's business. Right? Because you don't have the buyer that they have. They have a buyer that they know, hey, my buyer is cool with 10%. So your job is you need to learn from hey, I got to continue building this because there are buyers that only want those kind of discounts. So I'm going to hunt and I'm going to try to find those buyers. And I'm telling you, the best way is to call all the local realtor in the area and just network with them, right? Just network with them.
Right.
All right, bro. I think that is the wrap, man. Now, what I want to know is that how do people connect with you, dude?
Yeah, so you can connect with me at my Instagram at Garmin Dominique, and my email is domo.garmin1414@gmail.com.
Fantastic, man. And you guys, I'll make sure I put all that in the descriptions for you guys to connect with Domo. Domo, any last word, man? Any last word you want to say to those that are starting out? They're trying to grind, trying to hustle, but haven't got their first deal, bro.
Yeah, you got to keep on grinding. You can't be scared. It's, scared money do not make money. That is true. You got to be on the phone. You got to be confident too. You got to believe in yourself before anybody else to believe in you.
Woo! Bro, I like that. Scare mine, but not make the money. I like that, bro. All right, you guys, that is the wrap. If you guys find any value, man, even a little bitty, all I'm asking from you is smash a thumbs up, comment below, show us some love. And also, too, if you don't, man, honestly, man, maybe my channel is not for you, dude, because we're dropping freaking bomb. I don't know how you cannot. So anyways, you guys, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, hit me up on IG, go to Khang. Khang dot like a period WTM. If you're recently new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, and also too, you guys turn on the bell notification, man, because when I upload this new video or when I go live, you guys get notified. And also too is every single Friday, man, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard, we're doing a live cold call role play where we get on and I criticize you and I punch you in the face and tell you what you need to work on. But it is absolutely fun, man. It's absolutely fun. We're doing it every single Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard. Also, to those of you who are starting out in this journey, man, if you're starting on this journey, I really recommend, if you're new, pick 1 or 2 people that you want to follow and just zone out the rest. A lot of time, too much information, overloaded knowledge will cause procrastinations because you don't know what to do, all right? If you want me to hand it to you on a silver plate and give it to you step by step, then check out my step-by-step guide, How to Virtually Wholesale. It's $4.99, only for those of you who's ready, who's committed to take your life, your business to a whole nother level. The link is in the descriptions. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day. Until next time, Domo, thanks, bro. Ciao.
Thank you, Mr. Khang. See you, man.
Later, bro.